Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Becky Lynch was flustered before her match with Seth Rollins against AJ Lee and CM Punk at WrestlePalooza. Rollins had no choice but to console Lynch to calm the nerves ahead of a big-time match. Punk and Rollins have been bitter rivals since the former returned to WWE at Survivor Series War Games 2023. It got personal after Lynch got involved at Clash in Paris, helping the Visionary beat Punk to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Lynch's involvement prompted the Second City Saint to call for backup, someone who can lay hands on Becky Lynch. That meant AJ Lee returned to WWE more than a decade after her retirement. Before the match, there were a lot of AJ Lee chants that flustered Lynch, who covered her ears. Rollins had no other choice but to console his wife and ensure that she's ready for their battle. Lynch seemed to have nerves against AJ Lee based on how she reacted to the return on the September 5 episode of SmackDown. The man did get the upper hand on the Geek Goddess last Monday on Raw, delivering the Manhandle Slam. Despite the reaction she has had on WWE television regarding AJ Lee, Becky Lynch sounded confident ahead of WrestlePalooza. Lynch had a message for Lee during an appearance at ESPN SportsCenter earlier this week. WrestlePalooza will be AJ Lee's first match in more than a decade. Lee retired in April 2015 and has focused on being a writer and other projects. WWE fans are known for their passion, unpredictability, and ability to change the atmosphere of any match or segment in an instant. And this was once again evident ahead of one of the most historic moments in recent wrestling history as Becky Lynch, one of WWE's most celebrated superstars, found herself caught in the whirlwind of overwhelming reactions from the crowd just days before her massive WrestlePalooza match. The event, already being billed as one of the most talked-about shows in years, has placed Lynch at the center of an emotional storm, with fans both rallying behind her and, at times, pushing her into situations that left her visibly shaken. Seth Rollins, her husband and fellow WWE megastar, was forced to step in and console her, proving once again that behind the larger-than-life personas inside the squared circle are real human beings who feel the weight of pressure, love, and expectation from millions around the globe. Becky Lynch's career has always been defined by a special relationship with the WWE Universe. From her days grinding it out on the independent scene to her rise as one of WWE's top stars, her connection with fans has been a key element in elevating her to the main event of WrestleMania, multiple championship reigns, and a status as one of the most influential women in the business. Yet, with WrestlePalooza on the horizon and a match being described as career-defining, that relationship has reached an unprecedented intensity. Fans have been flooding arenas, social media, and public appearances with chants, posters, and direct messages that show both undying loyalty and the kind of pressure that can weigh heavily on any athlete preparing for the biggest night of their life. Reports surfaced that during a recent live WWE show, Becky Lynch appeared visibly distracted and even momentarily emotional when confronted with a sea of fans chanting her name but also voicing doubts about her chances at WrestlePalooza. While the chants were not malicious, the mixture of adoration and doubt struck a chord. Some fans shouted that they believe in the man, while others countered with worries about whether this was the right time, given her recent battles with injuries and the immense competition she faces. Cameras captured Lynch attempting to stay in character, but her eyes seemed to betray the emotional storm inside her. It was Seth Rollins who quickly appeared backstage to support her, embracing her in a way that reminded the world that while these athletes are performers, they are also spouses, parents, and people navigating the enormous expectations of millions. Rollins, himself no stranger to the pressures of main event level matches, reportedly told her that she has already cemented her legacy and that no crowd noise, no mixed chants, no doubt could take away what she has already achieved. Those close to the couple have shared that Rollins has been a steady presence in Becky's preparation, constantly reminding her that her story is about resilience, rewriting narratives, and proving doubters wrong. WrestlePalooza has added unique layers to this saga. This event, unlike other premium live events, carries a certain unpredictability. With surprise appearances, shocking finishes, and legendary matches promised, fans know that anything can happen, and that has heightened the energy in the build-up. For Becky, this means she is not just competing against her opponent, but against the weight of expectations that have been magnified by weeks of speculation. Some fans are convinced she will walk out of WrestlePalooza making history, while others fear that WWE might be setting the stage for heartbreak, adding to her emotional journey. In many ways, this reaction is reflective of Becky's career arc. When she first emerged in NXT, few predicted she would reach the heights she eventually did. She was often overlooked, considered the underdog compared to others in her division, and had to fight her way into main event conversations. But her fiery promos, gritty in-ring style, and connection with the crowd made her the man. That same energy is alive again, but this time the stakes are amplified by the spectacle of WrestlePalooza. The fans' intense involvement, their chants, their online campaigns, and their emotional investment have made this one of the most personal builds in recent memory. WWE officials have even leaned into this real-life narrative, showcasing behind-the-scenes footage of Becky training, reflecting on her career, and speaking candidly about the struggles she has faced. Yet no video package or scripted promo could fully capture the rawness of a moment when a performer is genuinely moved by the audience in real time. For Lynch, being flustered by the fans is not a sign of weakness, but rather evidence of how deeply entwined her story is with theirs. Without the fans, she would not be where she is today, and without her resilience, fans would not have the emotional anchor they rally behind. Rollins' role in this saga cannot be understated either. As her partner, he knows firsthand the toll this business takes on one's mental and emotional state. He too has faced the wrath and love of fans in equal measure, and his experience has likely been a guiding light for Becky as she navigates this emotional storm. The couple has always been public about their support for one another, and this moment has only reinforced that dynamic in front of the WWE universe. Social media have exploded with reactions after reports spread about Rollins consoling Becky. Fans praised him for being a supportive husband and applauded Becky for showing vulnerability, arguing that such moments make her more relatable and inspiring. Others speculated whether WWE might incorporate this real-life element into the storyline, perhaps showing Becky using this emotional turmoil as fuel for her match at WrestlePalooza. The speculation has only added intrigue to what was already one of the most highly anticipated matches of the year. As WrestlePalooza approaches, the narrative has expanded beyond just the in-ring battle. It has become about the human side of professional wrestling, the way performers connect with fans, and how those connections can lift or challenge them. Becky Lynch stands on the edge of history, flustered yet focused, shaken yet determined, knowing that whatever happens in the ring, the journey she has shared with fans, and the support she receives from Seth Rollins will define this chapter of her career. The energy heading into WrestlePalooza is unlike anything seen in recent years. Every sign points to this being a moment fans will talk about for years, whether Becky Lynch triumphs against the odds or faces another painful setback. Either way, the emotional impact is already undeniable, and her story continues to be one of the most powerful in WWE today. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.